Hi everyone, so welcome to today's makeup date. Let me turn off something over here real quick. Okay, that feels better. I feel a little bit spazzy today, kind of all over the place due to a number of reasons. I'm also recovering from a cold, so you might hear that in my voice, but hoping that I'll get through these few videos as I'm batch filming again. So let's first talk about my ins and outs. I'm very excited. I have lots of outs right now. A few ins because, Black Friday, Cyber Monday. But I made it through without too much issue. I'm actually filming this on Cyber Monday, but I'm done with purchasing. I have bigger goals ahead for my collection and for my beauty bank. So trying to stay on task here. Um, and then, yeah, I'll be going over those things right now. All right, so let's first do the ins because I feel like there isn't a ton. Sorry for the crinkly noise. This is still in its pickup package. My CVS does pick up, and so I did pick this up. I picked up this La Roche-Posay Gentle Foaming Moisturizing Wash. This is both for face and body. I thought this was a good deal, especially because I realized I don't have a facial wash for my sensitive skin right now. Everything I feel like is either too stripping, too drying, too exfoliating. So I just wanted something super nice and gentle. I'm also about to phase out my my bar soap. I've literally been using this bar of soap all year. It's covered in wool. I'll probably bring it out next time I do my makeup date and like officially roll it out. But I was gifted it and it's lasted me all year. Like it's crazy. But I was like, I need to phase it out. I'm starting to get iffy about it. So I think I'm gonna switch over to something like this and have it be nice and gentle on my body. I'm also starting to experience some dry spots on my body. So I'm hoping a body wash like this, when I need it, should be helpful. All right, next things are all from MAC. I'm MAC is probably one of the only companies that I'm still like really follow, for better or for worse. I know there's pros and cons. I have my reasons for it. Mostly it's because I'm trying to appease my like 2010s Jamie with getting these things when it was all hyped up and stuff like that. So I feel like I'm winding down and really getting to understand the line for what it is and for what I like. And especially with all the frankening that I do now, I feel like I'm really getting to know what I want to bring in. So I feel like I've been very, very careful with my purchases. But some things I still like, I, I still fall to the whole rewards thing and the whole like program there. So this is one of them. I picked this up because these are just sponges. I think it's technically for their Studio Tech, but I feel like this texture would work well, honestly, for any powder foundation. And that's what I intend to use it for, because I did have some sponges in my powder foundation and they just weren't working out for me. So I'm going to do this. I'm going to try this one, or I might end up returning it depending on how much I want it or not, like once I really feel things out. Mainly because I bought this mainly because there was this whole like points thing where if I could game the system, I could get like 10 off 30 and get double points. Like it was just a whole thing in my brain. And I was like, you know, hashtag girl math, like that type of stuff. And this is what happened. But this was like maybe like $6, I think. So not the worst for my bank, but like it's still something I have to figure out. So anyways, these two next things I was really thinking about, and I hope that they'll be worth it. So I got a lip liner and a clear lip balm, which kind of sounds crazy, but I made an effort to finish, and that's gonna be part of my empties, to finish my only lip liner in my collection. All my other lip liners either got pushed into my lip palette or they were or I finished it up. And so I tried to pick up something similar to the last shade I got. This is in Whirl, which is very popular. I wanted something a little bit cool tone pinky. I'm not sure if I hit the mark on this. This is a little darker than what I was going for. Looks very brown on in this lighting, but I think it is more cool tone, which is what I was looking for, because some of my lips, like the one I have on today, tends to sometimes pull a little bit orange on me, or a little bit too warm, and so I wanted something to kind of offset that. So that's why I invited one lip liner into my collection. And then my thought on this clear lip balm, this is from their new Maximal Sleek Satin line. For one, I wanted a I wanted something from this line in particular. Also, the packaging is really sophisticated. It's very heavy, not super heavy, but it definitely has some weight. Definitely has a satin finish to it. And this is 3.5 grams, which I think is pretty good for a balm. And they market this as like a topper for lip liners, and like there's something special about this specific sleek satin formula. I think it smells like the regular vanilla scent. It smells a little off because of the cold. And yeah, I think I wanted something to kind of something from one of their newer lines in particular. And I also have realized that at night especially, I want to kind of layer my balm, so not just like lip gloss I think is actually a pretty good lip mask for me, but I like to actually put a balm underneath. Something a little bit more hearty, if you know what I mean. And all the lip balms that I have in my collection right now don't quite meet that. Or like I kind of have one, but it's like a super mini one. It's this Bobbi Brown one that I actually haven't pulled out yet and haven't quite used. Like I just haven't figured it out. So because this was on sale and I've also just been thinking about something like this. Sorry, I dropped something. I was like, I'm just going to pick it up and see how I like it. So that's kind of where I'm at with that. Plus I got to discount it, you know, just all the things in my head that was going on. So those are new ins to my collection. Enough justifying there. Is this not justification enough? All the things I got out, but most of this stuff was like hair and skincare. So not really makeup stuff, but, all right, let's just go through the bag. I have one empty conditioner. I actually even mixed water into that to kind of thin it out because my hair's so short. I really don't need that much conditioning. So it actually lasted longer than it would have if I just use it as is. I also finished up this cleansing bar. It looks fancy, but honestly, I just use it for my brushes. It came from a Glambot box that I recently got, and it actually worked really well as a brush cleanser. It was weirdly red colored, and so that was kind of weird seeing the red color come off my brushes and sponges, but how I used it, it was very effective. I mean, I wouldn't be going out to repurchase anything like this, but I could see myself reusing this package for other like sponge cleansers. I finally finished my melting cleansing balm from Sephora, and there's still like streaks of makeup in here, which is kind of gross, but it's done. I have a little tiny pot of it for travel that I kept behind and like didn't focus on that, but I think for the sake of my collection, I am rolling this out. And then, let's see, this is the lip liner I was talking about. This is from Rare Beauty. I think it's called Admired, or yeah, I think it's Admired. I'm not looking in the right spot. I always don't know where to look for the name. Oh, here it is. Yes, Admired. So, this is the swatch of Whirl, and then I just have barely enough for a swatch of this. And this one's definitely a little bit more red, and still turns out really dark on my lips. So I don't know. We'll figure it out. I mean, especially with MAC, they're pretty good about returns and stuff like that. So I might do that down the line. But I'll try Whirl for what it is and then kind of figure things out from there. But I'm very glad to have this done. This honestly lasted me a lot longer than I thought it would. It didn't seem to have much product. If you want a product comparison, because I like this type of stuff, it has 0.4 grams. And this one has probably a lot more actually. 1.45 grams. Like that is a huge difference. Wow. That's almost 4 times as much product in here. Of course, you're losing some because you have to sharpen this. There is, of course, like you lose some product to the, you know, when you sharpen it and kind of like let's call it like a clutch pencil. And so I don't know, but I feel like this is definitely good. I heard these are very, very slow going. So I'm kind of excited these will last for a while. Okay, so that's that there. So let's see. Oh, these are actually, this is a Franken. So let me go through the rest of my empties first. Finished up a deluxe size sunscreen. This is good. This is legitimately the final thing in my Sephora, what is it, sun safety kit. So this is done. This is actually really good, but I probably wouldn't repurchase this at all either. This is a different cap because it actually saves the top for something else, but this is the Sephora Hydrating Scalp Serum, and this one's finally done as well. I actually mixed in some other stuff in here. I'm not sure if it was effective, but this bottle is empty. And then the last thing is actually a Franken. This is technically the empty. It's my Tillamook lip balm, which I showed before and had lost and all this stuff. And I realized that I like it, but I don't like it in this type of format. So I ended up Frankening it into these, and I had that Refi, call it a lip blush in wine, and this looks really weird, but the way I frankened it, but I basically mixed the two together, and I kept a little bit of the Refi one in my lip palette, and then the rest I mixed into here. The franking was definitely really interesting. So I mixed, it's pretty much the same. It's much more subtle now of a color than it was the lip blush on its own. And I think that's exactly what I wanted. The lip blush on its own wasn't very moisturizing. It was interesting when I frankened it though, and I think you can kind of tell, is that the product kind of separated? Yeah, I don't know what this is focusing on. Sorry, y'all. But basically the product kind of separated, so it's like oddly just like speckled in there now. And it looks kind of the same in this one as well. These are both the same mix, just two different types of packaging. I thought that was interesting. And also this was like a super messy Franken as well. Like the product actually got underneath the packaging, which I can't clean. So we'll see what ends up happening with this. But this is kind of what I'd like to do with my lip Frankens, especially if I want them like on the go, is to just put them into nicer packaging, because this on its own isn't super fancy. And actually I like tall packaging, especially for my purse. This is like so personal, but because I can actually find it in my purse, because my purse is very tall and skinny, and so like I stick things upright a lot. And so I can actually like find something like this easier. Same thing with my like lip glosses. I would rather them be nice and long, kind of like this one, rather than like something short like this one. So that was my recent Franken. This is an empty in my book. These are Frankens to work through this will work out very well. And also this product now, this Franken now has that nice, they call it the Oregon strawberry scent. So I was looking forward to having that scent in there as well. So these are something to work through. All right, so I think those are my ins and outs for right now. I don't have any like too much more movement in my collection. I think this month I'm kind of just slowing down and just trying to enjoy the few things that I haven't really been able to touch or just want to figure out before I move into the new year and really start on working through some products. So I'm just kind of taking December to explore, to figure out, to get to know my collection better, and just figure out where I'm at now in terms of my makeup application. And I think that's super fun. I think that's a really, really fun part of like panning and being a makeup user, is just getting to enjoy my collection. And I definitely want to take time to slow down and do that. So you'll definitely see like a lot of finales at the beginning of this month, and definitely less videos probably by the end of the month, especially just for me to enjoy time with family and stuff too. But just trying to pace it in a way where it just flows well with the way I've been using my makeup and the way I've been approaching my collection lately. So hope you enjoyed this video, and I'll see you in my next one. Bye.